Hello my dear crafters, Paula here. Today I come with another Valentine's gift for my series, and I am so happy with this one. Look at these little boxes here, and you don't know what is that, and then you look sideways. You know what they are? They are tea boxes or tea pouches. I don't know how to call them. Let me show you what they look inside, okay? So this one I just used some twine just for decoration. But you open it up and look at that. You have 6 tea bags that you can decorate. I decorated this one. The other one I didn't. I used some stickers. See, like this. But you have 6 spaces here. 6 bags for 6 tea bags. Look at that. And they close perfectly. So if you have friends who enjoy tea, this is a great way to gift them with maybe an assortment of teas or their favorite ones. This is the one. This doesn't have, the reason why it looks so empty is because it doesn't have the tea bags in there. But this is the one we're going to make together today, okay? Look at that. Let me just show the inside. The bags, I didn't decorate this one because the paper is so beautiful and I don't want to divert the attention from it. So there you are, very simple project to make. We're going to do it just now. And I want to also share with you the perfect dies. I think I'll show you later too. But I found if you do a lot of tea projects and you love tea, I found the perfect dies. They come in 5 like this. And I'll have the link below, okay? So let's move to the tutorial, but before I do that, I want to show you what I used. The paper that I used, you've seen this in my album, my photo album, and it's called Red Birds by Recollections. But I believe you only find these in those individual sheets. It's not from a paper pad. I actually bought it in a garage sale. So just so you know, you may not find it, but I'm sure you have something. And I use paper for the bags, for the inside, and for the outside I use cardstock. And I also am going to use these stickers from Hobby Lobby, okay? So let's move to the tutorial and have some fun. You're going to love making these. So we're going to start by making these bags here, okay? These beautiful bags here. Very simple to make, and then we'll do the cover. So to make your bags, you're going to have 3 pieces of paper. One will be 8 inches by 5 7/8. The second one, 7.5 by 5 7/8. This will always be the same. And 7 by 5 7/8, okay? So basically the difference will be half an inch. So one is 8, 7.5, and 7. I'll have all the measurements below. And here's what you're going to do. Very, very simple. On the long side, you're going to score at 3 1/4 of an inch, right here. 3 1/4. I do it 3 times just to make sure. And then you turn around, do the same thing. 3 1/4 of an inch, okay? 3 1/4, and then you turn 3 1/4. Now we're going to flip to the short side, okay? To the 5 7/8, and you're going to score it at 2 3/4. So here, 2 3/4, and 5 1/2. When you do 5 1/2, you're going to be left here with half an inch right here. So that's all the scoring. We're going to burnish, and this is what you're going to do with all of them, okay? Let's just reinforce the scoring lines here. That's one. That's the other one here. So reinforce these 2 and these 2 here. It's the same scoring for all 3 papers, okay? So you're just going to repeat this, what I just did, with all of them, all 3. So here's what we're finished with. You have these 2 score lines. They're going to stand up like this. So these 2 in the middle, and just look at the half. This is the only place where you're going to use any glue, okay? So the 1/2 inch here, you're just going to glue this part. So all you're going to do, guys, and you're done with the bag. You're done making the bag, and you just repeat what I just did with all 3 of them. I'm just going to press it down. I'm gonna use this one, is better. Just press it down, make sure it's all. So there you go. So we have the bag ready. I'm just going to score again these 2 scoring lines here, reinforce them, and then I'll show you what it looks like. There you go. This is what we have, and this is exactly what we need for here, okay? The only difference between these 3, because remember the one was longer than the others. Here we have 3, and each one is 1. You can't really see because of, but let me show you like this. Yeah. So the only difference is that each one will be 1/2 inch smaller than the other. And that's perfectly right, because what we're going to do now is to glue this right in the center and glue this one right in the center. And then we're going to be left with this. See? So what you're going to do, you're going to get the longer one, the 8 and 5 and 7/8. And you're going to center the second one right here. Let me zoom in. It will be easier for you to see. There you go. So do you see? Let me, sideways is easier. So you're going to glue it right in the center like this, leaving the same space on both sides, okay? So that's what I'm doing now. Because the side is the same here. Just look sideways like this to make sure that it's right in the middle, and it is. So I'm just going to reinforce it now. And you're going to do the same thing. I see that there is need for a little bit of glue here, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add some glue. This part here. It was kind of showing open. So we have the first one glued, see, right in the center. And we're going to do the same with the smaller one, the one that has the smaller center here. That's that. And we are done with the bags, okay? So again, I'm looking to make sure that it's centered. Yeah, like this. If you do this, look at this on the sides, makes it easier. We're done. We're done with the bags. Well, the last thing that you're going to do actually with these bags is just to cut a notch here. Do you see? Let me show you with this other one. They have a notch right there. So we're going to do that with a with a circle punch. That's 1 inch circle punch. And we're going to cut it. I'm going to try to see if I can cut 2, just to make sure that it will be centered. And I think it will be fine. So I'm going to just put it together like this. Hold it. And punch. There you go. Now I'm going to do the same here, just to have a reference point to know where I'm cutting. There you go. Okay, good. I think I can do 3. Let's see if we can do all 3 at once. So you just press it down to make sure that this is even here. Hold it. Let's see, punch, if you can punch 3 at once. You could have done this before you actually glue them together. I think 3 is too much, so I'm just gonna do 2. It makes it easier for the bags to be pulled out when someone wants to get them out of your pouches. So one more here. There you go. So we're done. So they have this part here, and we're done with the middle. Now let's do the cover, okay? For the cover, you need a piece of paper that is 11 by 3 inches. And make sure to use cardstock, okay? Because you do need something that is sturdier. Don't use like very thin paper, because you're gonna need so many mats to make it sturdy, because it is the cover, and you're going to be, you know, touching it all the time and kind of moving it around, opening all the time. So you want something sturdy. So on the 11 inch, you're going to score at 3 3/8. So 1, 2, 3, 3 3/8, 5 1/8 of an inch, 5 1/8, 8.5, and 9 3/4. I'm just going to reinforce it. I'll have all these scoring lines, all the measurements, everything for you down below, so you don't have to really write it down. But I don't know if you're like me, I always write it down when I'm watching a video like this, a tutorial, and I want to do it. I write everything down. But it's there if you need it. This is a very sturdy cardstock. I love it. It's great for boxes. And so there you go. We have the outside, see? And what you need is, of course, we're going to decorate it. And for the decoration, let me give you all the measurements here. So you're going to need 1, 2, the same size here, same size here. So 2 for here, 2 for here, and 1 for here. This is the base. This is the base of the box, okay? So what you're going to need, so let me look at the mat, okay? You're going to need 2 mats that are, let me get, this is the big one. I've already matted one, just so you see, but I have 2. I have the mat and the outside. This all helps. First of all, makes it look nice, but also it makes it sturdy, okay? So 2 of these, there are 3 1/4, 3 1/4 by 2 7/8. Okay, that's the mat. This part here is 3 1/8 by 2 3/4. Okay, so it basically is just 1/8 of an inch less. So 3 1/4 by 2 7/8 and 3 1/8 by 2 3/4. So that's one. That's for here. We're going to have these 2 here are 2 7/8 by 1 1/8, so it's 2 7/8 by 1 1/8, and the one on the top is 2 3/4 by 1. So 2 7/8, 1 1/8, 2 3/4 by 1. So that's, I've already finished this one, but we're going to do one together, okay? So that, and the base here is just 1. So 1 is 2 7/8 by 1 5/8, the mat, and the cover is 2 3/4 by 1 1/2. Okay, I'll have everything below. You do not need to write it down. So we're just going to glue 2 together, because I just so the video is not so long, I made sure to have at least half of it done, so you don't have to see me do this twice. So all you need to do is just choose a beautiful paper and a mat that will go with it. So that's it, and we're going to do one of the little ones. Let me zoom in a little bit, it's a little far. So here and there. So we're going to decorate it. That's my favorite part. So make sure to close it like this so that you know the direction of the paper. So you know that whatever goes here has to be this way, okay? So we're going to do this one first. Let's do these big parts first. So this goes this way and the other one this way, right? So we're gonna glue that. I love the decoration part, that's my favorite. The construction is okay, I mean it's fun too. I love everything, to be honest. Okay. I do get annoyed by glue though, when it gets on your fingers. It annoys me. So I get away. We're going to just burnish. I'm going to glue the second one. It's on the same direction, so this way and this way, yeah. So we're going to glue the second one. This way. Yeah. This is such a great gift to people who love tea, and you can give like a good selection, assorted and stuff. So there you are, we have the front and the back, the right direction. Let's do the base now. The base is just one, and then we'll finish by decorating, and I'm still not sure how I'm going to decorate, but we'll do it together. So we're going to do the base here. Okay, there you go. And now, again, make sure that it's in the right direction. So this is going to be here, and choose, I want the red on the top. So that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, I was almost off camera there. One more and we are done, and then I'm going to show you how to put it together. So we're done with the cover. Before we glue this, I'm going to add the Velcro. So just the way I do it is I just get this off of one of them. It's kind of tricky because it's going to be gluing to your fingers. And I position it where I want it, right there. So now you take off this one here. Just hold it with your finger like that. And then you're going to close it. Hold here to make sure that it doesn't move. So I hold it and just press it down, and then press it really hard. And then there you are, perfectly positioned. And here's what I don't know. I have this beautiful, and I want to share this. I finally found the most perfect dies to decorate anything that is tea related. Look how beautiful these dies are. I'm going to show you the whole set, and they're so inexpensive, guys, you wouldn't believe it. I think they're like $10 or something. Look, you have 5 different types. My goodness, sorry about that. So 5 different ones. Let me just zoom out. And then you have these little pieces. This doesn't really belong. I just put it together, but it comes with this, which is really cute if you're making a card, and it's like the stem. But you have this and this that you can use to decorate. You just cut through. I absolutely love these, and look how perfect they are for, you can make cards or anything, but you can use it here. I was thinking that maybe, I don't know, but I have something else that I wanted to that I wanted to use, and I think that's what I'll use. But I really wanted to share with you how beautiful these dies are, and the size is perfect, and you have 5 options. So I'll have the link below for that. And I think for this one, I'm just gonna use this little love. Remember that? That's from Hobby Lobby. It's actually a sticker, a puffy sticker. So I'm just gonna glue the top part. And leave the rest free, of course, because you wanted to. So I'm going to glue it here right in the middle. Yeah, like this. See, I'm just gluing half. And what I did was, because it's a sticker, you don't want the stickiness to stay, I just glued it to cardstock and I cut around. I fussy cutted it. And because now there is no glue here, okay? You don't want glue to be there. So that's it, and we are going to now glue the inside part. So that's the base here, right? Very easy, guys. You're just going. Let me just put it like this, because then you see. You're going to have like 1/8 of an inch on each side here, a little bit more than that. And you just make sure that it's centered. And you're going to have just a little tiny space on the sides, just like you did with the bags. So that's that, and you'll be done. You're just going to glue this part here, just the base. So again, make sure that it's centered. I do this, and then I push it to the side if I don't think it's very centered. It wasn't. So there you are. Make sure that it's aligned here. Same space here and here. And you're done. And then you just press it down with your bone folder. And we have our beautiful, let me get one tea bag here inside. Look how perfect it is. You push it down and you're going to have your beautiful tea bag box. I don't know how to call this, a pouch, or, and then you can see that there is a lot of space, but that's because you haven't put your tea bags in there. Once you put in all 6, it's going to be perfect. You're not going to have any of this. So look at that, guys. We are finished. Now we have 2. Let me just press it here. Let me show the other one. The other one also had Velcro. I think it's the best way, really. So there you are. This one has that closure. We are finished. Look how beautiful it is. Easy to make, quite quick, and you can actually do it really fast if you want to mass produce. Just cut everything together and then glue everything, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this project today, and I still have a couple, maybe 3 more videos for our series, Valentine series. And yeah, I have to stop at some point. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye bye.